Hello and welcome back, Subscribblers. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Normally I don't usually do reviews of shows, but I wanted to throw this in every once in a while to talk about my feelings on some shows. And this show resonates with me because I used to watch this quite a lot as a kid, and when they announced that they were remaking it and adding a finale for the Fruits Basket, I was beyond excited. So I thought I'd throw my 2 cents on the most recent episodes and my thoughts overall, so spoiler warning if you're not caught up on Fruits Basket the finale. Go watch it and then come back. Okay? Alright, for those of you who have seen it and also probably have read the comics, let me talk about my favorite moments with these characters and why I am so glad they finally fixed Akito, because the first time I saw this, it confused me when I saw that Agito was a boy. Now, I didn't have any comic context, but when I had heard in the new Fruits Basket them call Agito her, I was thoroughly confused and thoroughly like, wait a minute, I thought Akito was a boy, and did my research, and it made things change so much, and it made me understand a bit more, and why I will sit by the fact that no one is born evil because of the way that the family treated Agito, and even, I think it's the grandmother and or the mother constantly refer to Agito as he, and never ever properly identify and clarify her, and it's so heartbreaking to see Agito just constantly being angry at people, and it makes me feel so mad because there are so many unforgivable actions that they did, like what torment they did to poor Momiji, pushing Rin and nearly killing her, literally backstabbing Kurano, and Shigure and his overly loyal, confusing moments, to the point where I love the scene where he just, I think he has some relations with Akito, and it was the same thing because Akito took Kurenai and did those things, ruining his chance of being with the girl that he was in love with. Loops full back around circle for the karma for Akito for all of this, and watching all of the characters basically one by one say, you know what, Akito, I don't need you. And the one that got me the most was poor Kyo. He was so worried about getting locked up forever, feeling like he deserved everything that he'd been through, and Toru trying so hard. And when Kyo mentioned that he was right there when it happened with the accident, and she forgives him because she knows that it's not his fault, and no matter what, even if he is a monster, she still cares about him because it's not his fault he was born with the curse. And then even with Akito, knowing full well, having her arms spliced, she still says, I will be your friend no matter what in all of this, because you don't have to be alone. You don't have to choose when everyone moves on to be alone. And after the hospital scene, this was my favorite moment here, when she lays eyes on him, and she still feels so bad because she doesn't want to lay on another guilty feeling on him because of how much he confessed to her. It's so sweet. But then they had this moment about the wanting to be together and their love being invincible because they have each other, and nothing can take that away from them because they both want it so badly. And the kiss, and this moment is why I love Fruits Basket, when they have derpy moments like this where they just call it out, where they're just like, that was our second kiss, and she doesn't even remember, and it's so sweet. And this moment right here made my heart flutter because the curse finally broke. I love this moment, showing each and every single one of them, and Agito's growth right here. This made me so happy, saying goodbye, but not like a forever goodbye, because they know that they can still see each other and they can still be friends, and it doesn't have to be tied so close together. They can live their lives, each and every single one of them can move on and choose to still stay in contact with each other, and it's just such a heartwarming kind of thingy, because they have to move on with their lives, and it mirrors the story of the god and the cat, because it was more than just the banquet and getting tricked out of being first in line, because the cat didn't want eternity and chose death, and the cycle reincarnated one after the other because the god couldn't let go of them until generations later, finally getting to break that curse, especially with the symbolism symbolism here with the bracelet, and this moment here ripping it off made me cry tears of joy, so much so that I love when animes are able to do this flawless storytelling, and these are the kinds of animes that I will watch over and over again because of the character developments and everything, and the heartwarming moment of here when he finally shows, he's like, look, Dad, like, it was like a proud dad and son moment. Even if they aren't blood related, it shows that family can come from anywhere, and it's just such a moment when he tells his dad, when he goes to his dad's place and he says, what are you doing here? You're a curse to me. You should be locked up for your crimes. And Kyo just simply says, I'm living my life. And the dad spills a little bit of tea, stating that if if she didn't birth you, if she, stating it, and then he says, you did it. You filled her head with all of this guilt, and you made her feel like she was a monster for giving birth to me. Like, it wasn't her fault. Like, it was such a the karma, the sweet karma of him telling him down and saying, I'm living my life. And just the happiest moments of them just finally having Akito being able to be herself and finally breaking the fact that she doesn't have to stay in that accursed house, and telling her grandmother, you know what, if you want to live in the Sama house, fine by me, but we're gonna move on, we're gonna move forward. And I'm so excited to see what the next few episodes are gonna be, because there's a few more of Fruits Basket, the finale, and I don't know what else they can add on, but I really want to see Yuki and all the others finally being able to talk to others and hug them, and just all of the things that can happen. And I love Fruits Basket, and I would watch it over again, and I'm so glad I found this show when I was a kid. It was well worth it, and if you haven't seen it, and you watch this video, and you don't care about spoilers, and you still haven't seen it, please go watch it. It is something I highly recommend. It is such a good and so much character development driven kind of story. And because I want to, I'm adding in my favorite characters, even though you didn't ask for them. Hatsuharu, Kyo, Momiji, Kisa, Hiro, Ayame, Yuki, Hattori, Kurano, Kagura, Rin, Ritsu, I think, Akito, and Shigure. Yes, I put Shigure at the bottom of my list because of what they did to his character and the fact that they made him such a sly dog, and Hatsuharu is my favorite because it's also my zodiac sign. Kyo always takes number 2 because he is best cinnamon biscuit, but I will always have favoritism for Hatsuharu, and Rin, OTP forever. I love all the characters so much, each and every single one of them, and I love this show, and I can't wait to do some fan art, because expected of me, I'm gonna start doing a bunch of fan art, and follow me on TikTok because I'm probably going to be making a bunch of memes and stuff like that over there. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome, subscribblers, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.